we'll talk about prototyping and experimentation. Okay, so this is the final step of design thinking process. First two steps, we say we use them for what?
The first two steps for empathy and ideation, right?
Yes, for empathy and ideation. Then define, then ideate, and finally prototype and testing. So in defining and ideating, this is the whole thinking process goes. In prototyping and testing, we'll talk now. And first two steps, basically we're just creating an empathy, and we call it increasing insight. Okay, increasing insights. Okay, yeah. Insight is what we can see from this problem. Okay, so this is a famous design and thinking process. So today we are exactly here. Okay, so these were to create an empathy. Here basically to brainstorm and come up with some ideas about the problem, about solutions, problem, PS, okay? And here prototyping, should be related to the solution, which is related to the problem, which is not related to anything, okay?
Yeah.
So prototyping and testing give confidence that your solution is desirable, feasible, and viable. Okay, so it accelerates learning when you adopt a low resolution prototyping mindset. Okay, so can you give me some reasons why we prototype before we actually launch the product, in case we're talking about product?
Because like there could be things that, let's say, have to be like worked through and tested out. Because so like because if the when we test it out and like the product is undesirable, like or gives like undesirable like consequences, then like it has to be redone over and over again.
Yeah, exactly, because it can have a lot of financial consequences. Okay.
Yeah, but also sometimes like general consequences, like
if a product fails in the market, this means we will lose a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I show you the example of Samsung burning?
Oh yeah, last year I think you showed us a good example of
This was very bad because they did not did the good testing. So let's watch this video again. Yeah. What was it? G7?
I think I don't really remember, but I think it was G7 or some of the Galaxies for sure.
Yeah, G7. I have one now. So let's see.
Yeah.
You see, look now how it will explode. Can you watch? Can you see the video?
Yeah, I can see the video.
That was scary, okay?
Oh,
yeah.
Look, exploding phone. I remember this.
Exploding phones.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. People lost a lot of money. So basically, what was the reason of this?
Basically less testing, very small amount of testing.
So they did not do enough testing.
I usually sleep with my phone under my pillow, so if it exploded, I'd be dead.
No, this is dangerous. No, not for any phone, you cannot put your phone under your pillow. Okay, it's better for you. You guys keep your phone away from you when you sleep, because it there are some signals that it keep. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we'll talk more about it in a bit. So we
Gonna
are
take
finally
over our brain.
at this step. Okay.
The Chinese.
This is where we come up with a solution. We create the solution domain, and we finally end up with one solution or different solutions. Okay.
Yeah.
So prototyping basically is an early sample or model built only for testing. Okay. It can be for a concept or process, or to act as a thing to be replicated or learned from. Okay. So this is not the prototyping, let's say product, the prototyping, the product is not to be shared in the market. Okay. This is only for the company to do some test about it. So if we're talking about phones, what we should test about phones?
Can you repeat the question? It cut out for me.
What we can test about phones? What test we can test for the
what can we test? We can do, let's say, a durability test, for example, to see how durable they can be depending on certain circumstances. Test out the connections inside of the phone.
We can test the life battery.
The life expectancy of a phone too.
Okay, so this is one. We can test the software.
Yeah, you can also test the physical durability as well, like when they fall, do they break easily or not?
Buttons. Okay, the screen, if is the touch screen. Okay, touch screen.
Yeah.
Okay, we can to avoid the problems that Samsung had, we should download, like, make the phone performance of the phone. Okay, do you know why this phone was exploded?
Maybe it overheated.
Because it had. So let's read about it. So I want you to come up Google. So they are saying it was the fault of their batteries. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think this was the actual reason?
Well,
yeah,
I
like
guess
the
it's like a major reason.
overheats.
Yeah, it's one of the major reasons.
We have the phone and we have the battery. I'm going to tell you technicality why the battery. It actually had the fail in battery, but this is not what this was not the direct reason. So
Yeah,
Samsung
like
G7 had a good changing in the graphic, in the smartphone graphic. Okay, so they made some changes in the graphic. The CPU could not handle these changes. Okay, so every time the phone was running, the CPU was getting more warm.
Yes, it was basically overheating, right?
Warmer, which caused battery overheating. Okay, so they actually tested the battery back then in the labs, and the battery was working perfectly. However, they did not test the phone for long-term functionality. Okay, So when the phone was in the market and the
Sir,
users, customers
once my
started.
phone, I have an iPhone, okay?
Okay. Yes, Aline.
Yeah, I put it under the sun for a long time. Then I opened it. It was really hot.
Yeah,
And
it switched off it automatically.
yeah, they put something on the screen like it's overheating.
No, now, for example, iPhone switches off automatically when it gets warm. Okay.
But it shows something on the screen that it's overheating.
Yeah, let's say like wait to cool down or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is to avoid explosion, because in the smartphones we have small components. They are not like in laptops and computers. Components like CPU or the board or battery, they can get overwhelmed very quickly. Okay. So you guys need to be careful about this. So this is why we create a prototype for testing. So this is why some other things, build to think. So to share the idea, learn and advance your idea quickly, change the conversation, get user reaction. Okay. So now guys, I want you to think about this. We have the lab testing and we have the real life testing. What's the difference between them?
So I think like in real life testing,
who does the lab testing?
It's like
so let me write them here. So we have lab testing and we have real life testing. Okay.
It's like without like specific like how do I say gadgets or whatever. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So I'm going to ask the question again. Who does the lab testing?
I think like how do I say this? Like
professionals.
Yeah, professionals basically.
They are engineers, they are lab workers, they are the people that did actually manufactured this product. Okay. So basically, this is a professional who does the lab testing. Who does the real life testing?
The real testing do like average people, I think, right?
Average people, like, us. Okay, people.
Yeah.
Okay. How they do this testing?
So
basically, every single one of us, of customers, are somehow a tester for the product. How? So let's say when you get an a misfunctionality in phones, for example, what you would do? What you would do?
Okay, let me just like we get a mesh functionality. We basically, so we take the product and then we like inspect it and then we test it out some more and then we fix it.
We report
yeah.
it. Okay, so when we
like
report it, we actually are helping the manufacturer of this product to see that there is a problem.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I thought like we meant like in
this is
general,
same
like
happening with softwares. Okay, when an application suddenly shut down, it says send the report for example the owner of this application, and the owner of this application will get this report and check what happened. Okay, sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's a bug that the programmer need to fix it. Okay.
Yeah.
So there are some videos, I will share them with you on just a second. Oh, it's not available. So how we prototype a service? This is, I will look for this video for you. So now how we prototype a service? So product, it is easy to prototype a product. It is simple pre-launch product. We can test it in the lab or by customers. Now a service is not a product. How we can prototype a service?
Like, what do you mean by service though specifically? Do you mean like
For
by
example,
product?
let's say
Or...
a painters, engineers. These are all services. They offer services. Photographers. Okay, this type of services. Okay, graphic designers.
Yeah.
The graphic designers. Okay, now how we can test the service?
So testing services, like I guess, like, I don't really know exactly. Like, I don't really know how to word it out. I think I got like the idea, but
They removed all videos. Okay, I will send you the videos on the group. You can see them. But basically, to prototype as a service is to appeal to people. Okay, do you know what does appealing to people?
yeah, I guess like it aligns with their will or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So you can like check by conversation. Also, you need to follow up the design thinking process. It is more paperwork than actual work. Okay. You can make some tests between, like for example, on computer, you can draw some images, some things. Okay. So we did not watch the video. Exercises, we will do them later. Design thinking process. Wait a second. I think so. Design thinking process. This is what you guys need to use every time you need to solve a problem from now on. Okay.
Okay.
So we said already here we create what? Empathy.
We create empathy.
Insights. Okay.
Yeah.
So here what?
Here we IDA basically. Ideation.
Understand the
Right?
problem. Brainstorm. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, ideation.
So here is a solution domain. Solution.
Yeah, prototyping and test. Yeah.
So this is where we actually finish our work. Okay, so let's say the prototype did not work. This process did not work. Where we should go back?
It depends, but like I think we should go back to IDE, prototype, and then test again, or just like back to prototype. Depends on the severity, basically.
No, basically we need to go back to the problem. Okay.
Okay, so go back to define. Okay.
So because sometimes it might be that we did not understand the problem properly. We need to check the problem, and then we go back with the same steps. Okay.
Okay.
These two steps are not related to the problem. This is actually, it is related to the problem, but it's more related to the person. Okay.
Yeah, how they feel or feel in general, not like solving a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So every time you see your test is failing, just go back to the problem, check if the problem, you did understand the problem properly or not. If you must contact the person, you can actually check the person again, but it is rare that the person give you false information. So most likely you need to just get different point of view of the problem, then brainstorm again, check some other idea, some other solution, okay? And see how if the problem will actually, if the solution will work or no, okay?
Yeah.
Can you listen?
I can also see that video.
No.
I can't really hear anything.
Yeah, I can't hear it too.
So you see now he's talking about services, okay? Guys,
Yeah.
okay, so you guys, what do you think?
I think it was an interesting somewhat.
So would you use this kind of prototyping?
It really depends though. Like, I guess it can be useful for some, let's say, minor products or for like some kind of type of solutions, but not all. So
I think we did such a example last year in class, no?
I don't think so. I don't remember.